Hello dear friend, in this video we will talk a little about the Carnotaurus, a fearsome predator, from the late Cretaceous period. Welcome to DinoPedia, your dinosaurs channel. This channel create content about dinosaurs, and also about all the fantastic creatures of prehistory, and the events that influence these beings. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like it, and subscribe. Now, let's start the journey at the prehistoric age. Holotype taxonomy. What is its name? The name of this creature is Carnotaurus sastrae. Carnotaurus means meat-eating bull. From Latin, carno means flesh, and taurus means bull. The specific name sastrae honors Angel Sastra, the owner of the ranch where the skeleton was found. Morphology of the animal. What is its size? The only known individual found had 7.5 to 9 meters in length, equivalent to 24.6 to 29.5 feet. This creature weighed at least 1.35 tons, equivalent to 2,976.241 pounds. What did it look like? Carnotaurus is a genus of theropod dinosaurs, with some peculiarities. The Carnotaurus have two horns above the eyes. Its eyes were forward-facing, and the skull was relatively shorter, and deeper than related species. The neck was long and very strong, compared to other theropods. The jaws were box-shaped. The teeth were cone-shaped, and slightly curved. It had 16 teeth, on each side of the upper jaw, and 15 teeth, on each side of the lower jaw. The hind limbs were very strong, and had the tibia much longer than the femur. On its hind legs, it had 3 fingers that touched the ground, and another one, higher on the inside of the leg, all of them equipped with powerful claws. His 4 limbs were tiny, compared to the dimensions of his body. Apparently he had 4 little fingers in each hand. They are fused together, and cannot be moved independently. The tail was thick at the base, and gradually narrowed to the tip. The skin impressions of Carnotaurus show that its skin was made of many low disc-like scales, with larger semiconical scales, in rows along its sides. Like the skin of all known dinosaurs, these scales did not overlap, like on some lizards and snakes. These impressions indicates that it was covered by osteoderms, bony plates, not directly related to the bone, but to the scale. Some researchers argue that this dinosaur did not have feathers, as in some other theropods. Animal ethology. How did it behave? Main behavioral characteristics. Diet, carnivore. Food chain placement. Apex predator, also known as alpha or top predator. Locomotion. Bipedal, walk and run. Environment. Terrestrial. Reproduction. Sexual, oviparous. Sexual dimorphism. Some experts believe that only males had horns, but this is inconclusive. Breathing. Pulmonary, through the lungs. Thermoregulation. Endothermic, warm-blooded. Carnotaurus had eyes in front of its skull, while many dinosaurs had eyes on the side of their heads. This means that these dinosaurs probably had pretty good depth perception and binocular vision. There are speculations that Carnotaurus can reach 35 miles per hour. This is more than 56 kilometers per hour. It can reach and keep this speed for a period of time, enough to catch any prey of its epoch. Paleontologists and researchers consider their bite weak compared to the bite of other theropods. Because his skull was shorter, he certainly could make movements and apply bites more quickly than the average among theropods. It was suggested that he could throw his head down like a war club, hitting his prey with his mouth open, and sinking his teeth like razors. The long and powerful neck would help in this precise movement. Carnotaurus had the so-called termed kinetic skull, where different parts of the skull can move independently during the bite and feeding movements. The horns of the Carnotaurus, still a matter for discussion. Here is a list of the hypotheses raised. 1. They were used for display. 2. They were used in disputes between rival individuals of the same species. 3. They were used to strike their prey during hunting. But none of these hypotheses has been definitively proven. No functional usage was considered for the 4 limbs. The tail assists in balance while running and help the animal achieve its high speeds. The catafemoralis muscle, located between the tail and thigh, is also quite powerful. This permits the animal to deliver strong kicks using its hind legs. They are normally solitary, but some say that they can coexist in pairs. What did it eat? Carnotaurus shared its territory with prehistoric turtles, crocodiles, snakes, lizards, and several mammal species. He was a predator, extremely aggressive and voracious, and certainly attacked and possibly ate everything that moved in front of him, including other dinosaurs, even other Carnotaurus. Paleo Ecology. Where did it live? This dinosaur lived in South America, more precisely, Patagonia, Argentina. Carnotaurus is a derived member of the abelisauridae, a group of large theropods that occupied the large predatorial niche in the southern landmasses of Gondwana during the late Cretaceous. Their territories should comprise of good-sized grassland with a small area of forest cover. Geology. When did it live? It lived during the late Cretaceous period, probably sometime between 72 and 69.9 million years ago. Paleontological discovery. How was it discovered? The skeleton, holotype MACNCH 894, found in 1984, was uncovered, in the Chubut province of Argentina, from rocks of the La Colonia Formation, by an expedition led by Argentinian paleontologist, José Bonaparte. Miscellaneous. Additional information. Carnotaurus is the only meat-eating dinosaur known to have possessed horns, and the only one among theropods. Some experts believe that their horns were covered with keratin. Carnotaurus and T-Rex lived during the same age, but in completely different territories. They never met each other. Who's gonna be the best predator? Well, this is subject to a future video. The fossil specimen of Carnotaurus revealed skin impressions, which were surprisingly well preserved, and proven that it was covered with scales. Some researchers believe that the Carnotaurus had a bite force equivalent to twice the bite force of modern-day American alligator. Based on this theory, some experts hypothesize that a group of Carnotaurus could easily hunt and kill titanosaurs. Notable differences in the morphology of the cervical vertebrae, especially in the shape and development of the epiphysis and the neural spines, are observed. How it was extinct. Carnotaurus has been extinct in the end of the Cretaceous period, on the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction, together with all other non-avian dinosaurs that lived at this time. The most accepted hypothesis is the Alvarez hypothesis, about a fall of an asteroid in the peninsula of Yucatan, in Mexico. What is still not known about it? The real function of its horns is still subject of discussion. Why these tiny arms evolved is another quiz, with no clues. About this creature and the museums. Here goes some of the museums where you can find fossils and models. 1. Argentine Museum of Natural Sciences. Location: Caballito, Buenos Aires, Argentina. 2. Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. Location: Los Angeles County, USA. 3. Klepak Museum. Location: Prague, Czech Republic. 4. Canadian Museum of Nature. Location: Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. About this creature and the cryptozoology. The stoa creature has been compared to Carnotaurus. The stoa is a theropod-like cryptid, reported from Curupira Tepui, South America. It's a 20 to 25 feet long, equivalent to a 6 to 7.6 meters long. This animal walks on its big legs. The hands of stoa are pretty small. Stoa has short, but tall head, with 2 horns on it. The arrow-proof gray skin of it is covered with hard scales. The physical description matches with dinosaur Carnotaurus. Stoa's prey are tapirs and capybaras, but it can also eat humans. About this creature and the media. Carnotaurus played a role at Jurassic Park 2 Fallen Kingdom, year 2018, and was attacked by a T-Rex. Carnotaurus also played a role at the Disney's animation movie titled Dinosaur, year 2000. Taste a little bit now.
Get in!
Animal taxonomy. Scientific classification. Kingdom, Animalia. Phylum, Chordata. Clade, Dinosauria. Clade, Saurischia. Clade, Theropoda. Family, Abelisauridae. Clade, Feraliosauria. Tribe, Carnotaurus. Genus, Carnotaurus, by Jose Bonaparte, 1985. Species, Carnotaurus sastrae. Binomial name, Carnotaurus sastrae. By Jose Bonaparte, 1985. Carnotaurus was a theropod, full of physical and anatomical peculiarities. It was a relentless hunter. If there was a T-Rex in South America, certainly, this would be the Carnotaurus. If you are watching the video until now, don't forget to like it and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.